last year you got into some beef with Starocci.
I'm going to say no comment on that one.
If it was up to you, which weight class would you rather see yourself at?
I would definitely prefer to be at 74. If I had to estimate how much my collection was probably worth, anywhere between like $15,000 to $20,000. I don't know, man. As of right now, he's a football player until football's done. I just hope he's able to do what he said he was going to do in front of my mom and dad. So
cool. All right. Well, if it's all right with you, we'll just jump right on in.
Yeah.
So first off, how would you so far describe your freshman season?
I think for me, it's been kind of just what I've kind of already known and kind of just what I've expected a little bit. I mean, I knew that when I came into the program that I kind of wanted to be thrown into the fire, the fire a little bit early, just to, test myself out and see where I was. I felt like I could compete with the best guys already. But it's kind of gone just how I expected. I don't really think I had any lapse about my ability, but just going out there and, doing what I do best, and getting to prove it on that level, on that stage, is just super cool and just been really awesome just to start my season off. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you carry yourself with some swagger, and that's the coolest, I think, confidence boost ever. It's like when I just see you, like you're like warming up, walking out before the match, I'm like, dude, like I gotta root for this guy. Like he knows he's gonna win too. It's pretty cool to watch.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just been, I don't know, I've always just had that, I don't know, just a little bit of, some people call it chip on your shoulder, swagger, whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of just how I've just always carried myself since I started wrestling. It's how I get myself ready. It's just how I warm up. It's just my mental way of preparing myself for, no matter what or who the match is, it's my way I get ready, and I think that's what makes it super special and cool is that it's just my way, so.
For sure.
Yeah, obviously you got big wins at both 74 and 84 this year.
Yeah.
Like if it was up to you, which weight class would you rather see yourself at?
Obviously.
Perfect world.
Yeah, perfect world, perfect everything. Things are going, great for me. I would definitely prefer to be at 74 just because I'm already not the biggest 74 in the world. I'm pretty sure there's something out there. I'm like 5'7" with.
It doesn't look that way.
Yeah. I'm not at all. I'm like 5'7" with 8 hours of sleep. So, it's so definitely 74 would be the preferred weight for me. Like I said, I'm not the biggest in the world, but at the end of the day, I think whatever the coaches kind of just tell me what to do and where they want me to be and where they think I would succeed the most and what benefits the team the most, ultimately that'll be the final decision. And, the great thing is that I still have if I choose to, I still have my red shirt, I still have 2 dates left. So yeah, we'll see. Perfect world would be 74, but, there's no such thing as a perfect world. So, things are always changing, always liable to change, So, at the end of the day, it is my decision, but at the end of the day, it's coach's discretion and, what they feel is the best for me. So.
That's crazy that you say you're small for a 74 because I'm 74. And if we put our body types next to each other, it looks like I would be like a 41 pounder.
Aren't you you're like 6 foot? Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, you would tower over me though. So I would still. I'd look like a little muscle baby compared to you. Like,
yes.
I look like a
Gabe. I gotta ask, what's your match prediction for you and Crosby?
Me and Crosby, I don't know, man. Matches are so hard to predict.
Look at that.
But I think I take the home run derby super duck to a headlock and pin him in the first period. Match over.
I can accept that.
It's home run derby, dude. If you're playing a home run derby, you only got one good swing, and I think I'm just gonna take the one good swing and full send it. Why not? I might as well.
As long as you clip it and post it somewhere, I'm good with it.
Absolutely. I'm good with it. I'm gonna need you guys to edit it for me though, if that's okay. Crop it down.
He'll edit the loss too, so
perfect.
It's like
that works awesome. That works
fine.
out perfectly. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just thinking about going up a weight, at least for me, it's like it increases like so much difficulty into beating those heavier guys. Like you just get moved up and to beat a highly ranked guy like as Feldkamp. Like I guess just like how can you do that? Because you look like you just like you knew you were gonna win, even though he was up a weight, highly ranked guy, older guy too.
Yeah, I think just another big thing with me is just I have a really, really high, like just my confidence in general and just the way I think about myself and carry myself. I just think that definitely played a huge role into coming up a weight because I mean, no matter who it is, I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna stop fighting. I'm just not going to. It's just not how I was raised. It's not who my parents have raised me to be. It's not the coaches that I have been around and the coaches that have trained me to be who I am. It's not what they made me to be afraid of, anyone at any weight. So I think, it's just confidence more than anything, and it's been something that's been built up over the years. Hell, it's been broken down too, but it's ever growing, and it's never stopped. And just that right there was just another one of those things that made it even higher. So just with the wins and
Mm.
with the competition that I'm facing, I just feel I obviously feel my wrestling getting better, but my confidence is jumping to another level. And one thing I think is I've talked a lot with my dad about is just, me going to do that was just the beginning of my legacy. And I think my legacy is kind of already started. I had a great high school career and I did what I did, but once I stepped foot into here, I was like a nobody again. There's tons and tons and tons
Mm.
of ranked high school guys who come into college and they just don't ultimately pan out. They don't become the versions of themselves that they were in high school, and I just didn't want to be like that, and I don't want to be like that. So doing what I'm doing now and trying to continue that upward trajectory. The one big word that just comes to me is legacy. And so I just want to keep continuously building on that, and still just taking it one match at a time, but through the matches and stuff, like it's just adding to my legacy and the person that I want to be when the sport's all said and done for me. So
I like that. What does your legacy look like in the weight room? Because I feel like you put up some numbers.
dude, I don't. It's crazy because I don't even I don't do like a lot of like bench press and stuff like that. Like I've never been that type
Mhm.
of guy to do that. Even when I was in high school last year, like I remember I would always just find a way out of lift to just go wrestle. Because I would
Mhm.
much rather wrestle than lift because honestly, who likes lifting? And there's probably a lot of people who are going to disagree with me on that, but I just don't. It's just not my cup of tea. Like I'd rather do.
You Iowa guys do not
Dude,
like
I
to
don't
lift.
like it. It's not fun to me. Like even when I'm sitting there just having a good time with all my boys, like we're just all in the weight room together, it just sucks. I don't want to lift like heavy iron. No, I want to go freaking like do a leg pass or something. Like screw that. Like there's so much better things to do besides just sitting there grunting in a weight room. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. I would rather do like 200 push-ups before I decided to go freaking throw 245s on and do bench presses. Like it seems pointless. I mean,
Sure.
I probably could put up decent numbers, but like I don't know. Putting up decent numbers doesn't win wrestling matches at the end of the day. So and that's what I'm trying to do is win wrestling matches. So that's how I see it. I
Yeah.
mean, I do it now because there's no way out of it. And it's just it definitely is paying dividends. In my wrestling and the lifts we do they're not weightlifter lifts. They're lifts that prepare you for wrestling positions and all that fun stuff. So yeah,
Mm.
How many times a week are you guys lifting right
I
now?
think I'm on two or three. I think yeah, about two to three, depending on the week. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, about 2 to 3 times a week. So.
Well, last year, I'm going to bring this up. Last year, you got into some beef with
Mm.
Starocci, saying he's overrated. Have your thoughts remained the same?
I'm gonna say no comment on that one, just because I'm gonna I it's I don't know, the February's quickly approaching, and that's something that it motivates me. It keeps me up at night. It makes me better, for sure. But I think for me right now, where I'm at in my just season, I'm taking it one match at a time, and when that opportunity presents itself, if it does present itself, I'm gonna take advantage of it. And my this year I haven't backed down from anything yet, so I'm not gonna stop now. And I just if that match does present itself, which I had a good feeling it probably will. I just hope he's able to do what he said he was gonna do in front of my mom and dad. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Like I said, February is quickly approaching. So I hope, either he can back up his words or I can back up mine when the time comes. So I was focusing on one match at a time. You know, my next competition isn't him right now, so he's not at the forefront of my
Mm.
mind. But I mean, that whole situation and stuff, it's definitely something that motivates me and keeps me up at night a little bit, and it just makes me really really hungry, and it's what makes me tick. So I'm crazy when it comes down to that stuff, and it's just my motivation to keep striving to be better, and he's a great wrestler in his own right, and he's damn good at what he does. um but then at the end of the day, it's just that's the guy who, if I want to do what I said I wanted to do this year, then that's the guy that's in the way of making that dream possible. So whatever's in the way, then seek and destroy. So
Other than Starocci, what's a matchup you're like most looking forward to this season?
I don't know if there's really a matchup more than anything. Um, let's see. 74. Who's all at 74? We got Mackay, uh, Griffith. Just trying to think top five guys right now. I'm like blanking out a little bit. One of the matches I did want to wrestle, I wanted to wrestle Foka really bad, just because Foka's like he's a super weird scrambly guy, and I love those matches that kind of forces me to be that way. Which because I don't think a lot of the time I don't get a chance to really show that side of my wrestling. But one of the things I've always been like, when that time comes, I'll be ready for it. If it comes to where I gotta throw a leg over here, do a little backflip here, maybe a front flip over here. Whenever that time comes, I know I'll be able to do it. But that was one of the matches to me, like in high school, thinking about it, I was like, I just know that match would force me to do just that, just to be a little bit different in my wrestling. Um, but I don't really think there's like any matchup in particular that just excites me. Obviously, besides the Starocci match, that match really excites me and just gets me going. The duel, of course, would be sick. Is going to be sick. But I think one that I was
How do you see that planning
the
out?
whole Penn State duel. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a Hawkeye, so it's hawked by a millie, and there ain't no changing up there, So that's how I am, I'm a diehard Hawk fan. You kind of got to be once you sign the dotted line to go here. So I don't think I'd really have an option to say otherwise. I don't think I'd be able to stay here probably if I had a different opinion on that matchup.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Being an athlete, I am such like a big wrestling fan. Like I would love just to go to all your guys' duels, because like I've never been to an actual like just duel to watch. And that'd just be
dude. I'm the exact same way. I'm like a literal freaking nerd when it comes down to this stuff. Like literally, like I'm like we're wrestling we wrestled at Iowa State, and I can't remember what tournament was going on, but like we got back on the bus and like I'm back watching wrestling. So it's like everything just like keeps going for me, because like I love just breaking down wrestling. I love watching guys compete. I mean, I just think this sport's just so freaking unique, man, and just being able to watch high level wrestling. Even at the level that I'm at now, there's still guys who are really damn good at what they do. Starocci being one of them. I enjoy watching the hell out of his matches. I think he's a what's the word I'm looking for? I can't. It's not coming to me right now. He's damn good at what he does. That's just the fact of the matter. And I enjoy studying that stuff and just learning from it, because whether we're at the same weight or not, competitors or not, I still think that I can learn a lot from him and a bunch of other guys at the weight as well. So it's that cool thing of like just constantly improving. Whether it's the same weight class, a different weight class. I enjoy the sport, and I enjoy like watching it, not as a competitor, kind of just taking myself out of it and just watching it as a fan a little bit too. So I definitely feel you when you say that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, more about like being at Iowa. Has there been like a practice yet this year where you're like, wow, that was the hardest practice I've ever had in my
There's
life?
definitely been a couple. Definitely been a couple where I've walked out.
Once a week?
Usually about once a week, once or twice a week. I walk out and I'm like scratching my head and I'm like, what the hell just happened, dude? I'm like, the time went by so quick. Oh, actually, no, take that back. The time doesn't go by quick at all. By the time you get in the locker room and the practice is done, you're like looking at the clock and it said like 2 hours has passed. And you're like, holy hell, like how did we get here? So it's just like, I don't know, but there's definitely been multiple times I've walked out and I'm like scratching my head and I'm like, wow, like that was that was one of those, you know. It's just you get in your car too, like I'm going to drive back home, and I'm just sitting in the
Mm.
car, and I'm just like, I just find myself just staring off for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm still in the parking lot, you know. So there's definitely
That,
there's definitely been a couple that I've questioned life decisions, in a couple of moments for sure, definitely for sure. I don't think it's ever going to end either. So I'm pretty sure it'll
mm,
just keep going like that. Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
very relatable. Very
I feel like
relatable.
all college athletes can just, college wrestlers just specifically just like have those practices. You're just like, what the hell just happened, or like, what the hell did I get myself into, dude? Like,
Yeah. Well, it always leaves you thinking. It's like, dude, like we could have chose
I know,
basketball. Like
dude.
we could have
I
ran
could be doing
track.
water polo right now. Like,
Yeah,
of all the things I chose to
exactly.
do, like I chose to wrestle. Hell, dude, I thought like the Hawkeye mindset was just a joke. It turns out it's a real thing.
Yeah.
So
Do you see yourself long term career going for the World Championships, Olympics, or going into MMA, or how
I
does that
definitely see
work?
myself becoming a world and Olympic champ. I'm not going to say strive to, because strive to gives room for failure, and I don't plan on not reaching that goal. So yeah, but
Mm.
yeah, I definitely do see myself doing that, and I definitely do see myself doing it for this university and this home crowd. I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. You know, my parents have, you know, they live here now. They moved up last year, when we all collectively as a family decided to move to Iowa. So they're here now, and just this place is now home. You know, so this is where I plan. This is where I had
Mm.
Thanksgiving this year. It's where I'm gonna have Christmas this year. I had Christmas last year too. You know, so this is the new home. You know, so I don't think I'm going anywhere. I don't think I'm going anywhere anytime soon. And yeah, man. So it's home. So.
That's awesome. One thing, Christmas is around the corner. What's on the top of
Oh,
your list?
man. Let me think. I tried to get my dad to buy these like brand new Colats for me, and he just wouldn't do it. So
No,
that was
no.
kind of disappointing. I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you, bro?" I'm like, "I don't ask."
What was it? Just drop it like
Yeah,
1.5K
it
or
was like
what?
15K, or like, yeah, or not 15K. Jesus, what is going on?
Yeah, yeah.
I know my Iowa education's really showing through right now, but it was like, yeah, it was like $1,500. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
Oh my
I don't ask for
gosh.
much. I don't live with you guys anymore. Like, you don't have to spend money on
Yeah.
me. Like, this is like the yearly present, bro. Like, just one thing and that's it. And he just wasn't going for it. So I guess I'm just not getting anything. I don't want anything anymore. So I'm kind of pissed off about that. Maybe Santa will
Damn.
surprise me and bring it under the Christmas tree, but I don't know. But I don't really.
Maybe Clash of Combat could sponsor
Yeah.
Gabe
Can you
Arnold
guys
shoes.
sponsor my wrestling shoes, please? I have a bad wrestling shoe addiction, dude. It's like, it's terrible. Like, it's so funny.
How many do you have?
A lot, a lot. They're all night.
Like
Oh
bins?
yeah, oh yeah, and then some. Oh yeah,
Shoot.
but I had this towards the end of like last year. I had to switch it up a little bit because we're in Nike school and we don't wear anything besides Nike. So I kind of just went on this
Mhm.
like spiel of buying and trading shoes for Nike shoes. So like I got like a crap ton of freaks here. Got a couple of hyper sweeps. Got a couple pairs of sample
I
hyper
had to go for
sweeps,
some
dude.
freaks.
I got like there's like on my page, there's like I have these pair of sample hyper sweeps. They're like the all neon hyper sweeps. So
Oh, I seen you wear
yeah,
those actually. It was in your what was it? The singlet
yeah,
photos with like Iowa you
yeah.
wore, right?
They're
Yep.
called the Look See samples. So those are like one of the shoes that like ever like there's only I want to say there's like two or three pair that were like ever made, and they were like they were at NCAA's one year. I can't remember what year it was, but they were like Nike had their booth and like they were like showing them off or whatever. So everyone thought they were coming out,
Mm,
and they just never came out. And so obviously there were sample
dude.
pairs made. There was like two or three pairs, and for a while like I'd been eyeing them, and I'm like, dude, I need them. But like every time like I would get close to like pulling the trigger, they were like either A, way too expensive, or B, they were already gone. And so one
Oh,
year I was still at sim at this time when my dad got them for me, but like there was this kid who had them, and I knew him really well, or Meyer actually knew him really well, and me and Meyer were super close at the time. And Myra was like, dude, I'm about to get these shoes off of them. I'm like, what shoes? And I saw what they were, and I was like, the hell you are? Like, absolutely not. So I like text my dad. I'm like, dude, I really, 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 really need these shoes. Like, I need you to get these for me. I don't know how much they were. They were probably a penny, but hey, I still got them, and I don't know if I'll ever wear them anytime soon. Just because if they blow out, I think I might cry. I'll actually probably quit wrestling if they blow out. That'll be the love.
Come on, you can stitch them back.
No, you can't. You just can't.
Soul swap?
You can't soul swap hypersweeps. That's the thing. Like, I've seen so many people try to do it, and it just fails. It just absolutely fails. But another shoe I have, it's kind of funny. I have Penn State 2K4s. So I don't know if you've ever heard of them before.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. You can't really wear those, though. No, you should wear those against Starocci.
Dude, you just ruined my plan. That's what I was going to do. Damn it.
Dude, that would be
if you release this part of this if you release this part, I'm going to be so upset with you.
We'll bleep it.
No, we definitely need this part bleeped. All right, that was going to be like my oh damn it,
dude! Wow, that would be
not
crazy.
Only the Penn State 2. I got them for Christmas.
They have the
zipper. I got them for Christmas one year, and I wore them one time. They're brand new in box, and on the bottom, I wore them one time, and on the bottom, I still have the tags in them. I left them in the box, but yeah, they're still in the box. The paper's still covering them. I still have the shoe in slots for them.
Dude, and it's a Nike shoe.
It's a Nike shoe. It is a Nike shoe. It's technically not against the rules. It is. I am in the rules.
No, it's
now.
Not.
See, I don't know how well that's gonna go against with Tom, but I think it's just one of those things. Like, I'm just gonna come in. Hopefully, whenever that time comes, come in for the duel. He's like, I'm gonna warm up in some different shoes, and then before I walk out, I'm gonna put those on, and hopefully by then, like, he can't really tell me to go change shoes. So. No. I'm gonna be like, dude, if you make me take the shoes off, I'm gonna lose. I'm sorry.
It's all
part of the plan, dude. It's legacy. Like I said, everything comes full circle somehow, some way. Even in wrestling shoes, they do. So yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
I definitely have a problem. I should probably stop.
Would you ever be interested in getting your own wrestling shoe?
Yeah, I would.
Or are you part of like the brand's like lifestyle where it's like you have to win a world championship, you have to win Olympic gold, and then you deserve the shoe?
Definitely. I don't think I deserve a shoe.
You think that for sure?
There's no way I would want a shoe if I didn't win an Olympic title or a world title. No way at all. I couldn't even bring myself to do it because at that point, sure, I may be a fan favorite or anything, but it's like nobody wants my shoes. I wouldn't even want my shoes. Hell, another thing is it's I don't even know what brand I would even try to partner with. I'm a big time Adidas fan, which is kind of probably sacrilegious to say considering I'm with the Nike school. So probably bleep this part out as well. There's going to be a lot of bleeps in this, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm a big combat speed fan, so they've just always been my go-to shoe. They're just super comfortable. If I could still wear them, I probably would wear them every match. I have 30 pair of combat speeds from Chinese. I have Chinese combats. It's funny. I have brand new 88 teals, 1988 teals.
Shut up. What do you value your collection at?
Dude. The freaking between the two brand new 2K4s and the 88s that are basically brand new, I've worn maybe 3 times. I could count on the number of one hand I've worn them. I wore them at Who's Number One, and I think I wore them a couple times Youth, and then I wore them at Powerade. So that's literally, I think that's it, 5 times at maximum, maybe 6, and those alone are. If you really wanted to just be cheap, we could just say $1,000 each pair of shoes. So that's 2,000 sitting right there. You throw in the look-see samples, hell, another 1,000. That's 3,000 right there. Chinese
30 pairs of speeds.
Exactly. Well, dude, some of them are probably beat to hell and just probably not even worth wearing. But at the end of the day, I could probably sell the freaking because people are always looking for. The sole pads on them because everyone's always looking to soul swap speeds just because they're just super easy to soul swap. I could probably sell the pads on them for if I really felt like it $30 because the pads I have the couple pair that I have they're still the original leaf bottoms. I have those and I had a couple of, like, I'm a big combat speed fan. Like, if I had a choice to choose like what to wear on a daily basis, it would definitely be Adidas, just because I'm an Adidas guy through and through, and they're just super comfortable to me. Like, I don't like the new combat speeds now because they're all plasticky and they just. I hate to say this because I love
I hear
Adidas,
you.
but they just suck. I like the cloth ones; they're just super comfy. But yeah, I have way too many. So probably if I had to estimate how much my collection was probably worth, I'd probably say about anywhere between like $15,000 to $20,000 easily.
Dude, come this summer, I would love to film a wrestling shoe collection video
come
with you.
through.
That would be
We'd
insane.
go to all my shoes are at my parents' house right now, so we'd go there and yeah, I got boxes that I never even opened once I got them. Like you guys would probably I'd be in for a good time because half of the stuff I don't even know what I have. Like I'd just be in there like, oh damn, I forgot I had these. That's crazy, you know? So yeah, it just I think it'd just be a fun time all around. You know, I could see what I have, and I probably need to get rid of some of it, but I doubt I will, just because I'm a hoarder when it comes down to shoes. So yeah, definitely for sure.
Well, yeah, we could do that, the shoe collection. Then you could super duck to head throw
That sounds
Crosby.
great. That sounds great.
You can try.
Well, I mean, it's home run derby. I got one shot, so if I don't get the one shot, it's match. So it's like that's the we used to play it. Me and Maya used to play it all the time at Sim, home run derby. So literally, it was like only thing you could hit was super ducks and headlocks. That was it.
Damn.
so
that's
we
awesome.
we would just spam super ducks and spam underhooks to headlocks. It was a good time. It was a good time. Granted, I got super duck and headlock most of the time, but there was the times I got mine. They were just like once I got mine, like I was done. Like I took the shoes off and left. Like I was.
That's
that
a smart
was
decision.
it.
I think I'll do that at practice.
No,
today,
you definitely should. It's one of those things that gets weight off super quick too. Like you throw on some sweats and you just sit there and just start going crazy, dude. Like the weight just starts falling off after like 30 minutes. You're drenched in sweat and you don't even know how.
Right.
The Iowa football team has their final game January 1st. What's the plan for your boy Ben Kueter?
I don't know, man. As of right now, he's a football player until football's done. So that's kind of.
He hasn't stepped on the wrestling mat this whole football season.
He's definitely been in the room a few times. But I think what the coaches do really well on both sides is that they make sure, you know, whatever he's doing at that, whatever season it is, that's what season he's in. Whatever season it is, that's what season he's in. So they have a good relationship there. And so, yeah, hopefully we get to see him on the mat sometime next year. Me and Ben are super close still hang out a lot. One of my best friends to this day. We got tons of classes together. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing him really soon. I know he's super excited to get back out here, get back out there and just do what he does best. I mean, the kid's damn good in both sports. You know, a little bit biased. He's probably a little bit better in wrestling. I wish he would just go with wrestling for the rest of, you know, his career, because the cool thing is that he can always come back to football. I mean, Kuhn did it, and the last time he played football was in college or in high school. So, you know, if Kuhn can freaking come back and join a team, you know, and Kuhn's a freaking animal in his own right. I don't know how well he was in high school, but the kid freaking graduated a 4-star in high school. So if he ever wanted to come back, I'm almost positive Ben graduated. Yeah, I am positive that he graduated a 4-star. So if he ever wanted to come back around to it, I mean, he definitely still could. And he still got the skills for it. I mean, the kid is a literal freaking freak. Like, the dude's still growing. Like, he's still growing height-wise. I kid you not. He's still growing height-wise. Like, the other day, like, I was with him, and I was like, bro, like, did you get taller? He goes, yeah, bro, I'm still growing. And I'm like, what? You're still growing? I'm like, I've peaked. I've maxed out. I've peaked at 5'7". I don't know how the hell it happened. I don't know. Like,
yeah, you're just on the down now.
I'm shrinking, literally, dude. Like I've been praying for 6 foot for I don't know how long, but at this point, it's just not gonna happen. But like, still, dude, I'm like, come on, like, let me get some of your genes. Like, I literally hit peak. I hit peak growing at like age 14. I haven't gotten taller since then. It's bullcrap, but it's whatever. I guess as long as I keep winning, I'll be happy. So,
yeah. A short king.
Exactly, we will. Crosby, you don't count. You don't count.
No.
Well, once you hit 6 foot, you're like at that point where you're like, oh yeah, I'm good to go. You know, like woman can't really call you short, and you can't really get called like you're in like that perfect sweet spot. You know what I mean? So
technically, at our physical last year, our school trainer told me I was 5'11 and a half.
I'm still 5'7".
But I'm claiming 6 foot.
You got to claim 6 foot, bro. You know, that's my thinking too. I'm like, well, I'm 5'7", but you can't really be 5'7" because 5'7" is one of those weird numbers. So I'm basically 6'3". So yeah. I just round really up. For sure.
That's fair.
You have to.
That's fair.
To. So.
Well, hey, we really appreciate you coming on. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for having me, and hopefully we get this figure out this shoe collection sometime this summer and get you guys up here and have a good time. So you've been to Iowa City before, haven't you, Caden? So you're kind of, you know.
Oh yeah, we've been down. We've been down there like 3 or 4 times this past summer.
So you guys know the area. You guys know you're always welcome. So absolutely,
for sure. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to seeing you just kill it this year. Keep on killing it.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you again.
Brother.
We appreciate it.
Yep. You guys have a good one.
Thanks, Gabe.